What are your guys' names, and how long have you been married for?
Tara Lee Cook.
Cook.
And we've been married for 25 years and
11 months.
Yep.
25 years and 11 months?
Yep.
11 and a half months.
Yeah. So almost 26. Very close to 26.
Okay. What do you believe are the most important character traits to possess that help you create a successful marriage?
Go ahead. You always go first.
Resiliency. Like you'll just keep trying. Tenacity, resiliency. You keep trying.
Persistence.
Yeah.
What did you not discuss before marriage that you wish you would have discussed, and why?
That's a long list.
Yeah, but I don't think you would know at the time. So I feel like that's a problematic question.
You can take a list of all the things that everyone says frequently, and you should definitely know about those things.
Yeah, that's true, I guess. What would we have talked about? What would you put as your name on it?
We should have talked about our family cultures and tried to understand how they were different from each other.
Yeah, that's probably really true.
But I don't think we would have been very successful.
No. Because on the surface they seemed really the same. Turns out they were
really
not.
weren't.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't want to pry. I know that a little bit.
I mean, we're both from Utah. We're both from LDS families. He's from a family of 7. I'm from a family of 6. Like, we both had stay-at-home moms.
It all seemed so similar.
Yeah.
It was all so wrong.
It turns out my family is like highly group oriented, and his family is highly individual oriented. That turns out to be like a very big difference. But I don't know if we would have gotten at that even if we had talked about it, you know. So I always say we got married really fast, and I think it's easy to say, oh, like if you would have dated longer, but I think we were probably married for 5 years before we even sort of started to like realize what those things were that were really different. So I don't think there was enough dating to be had. You know what I mean? To like figure out what those were.
Yep.
So
So the rest of you are all doomed.
yeah. Yep.
What is it about marriage that has brought you the most joy, and why?
Just go first
You
again.
always go first. Helps me know what's safe to say.
I don't know. I mean, building a family is satisfying. You get to make your own family culture, and you have somebody who has at least some idea of how hard you worked, even if the outcome isn't as cool as other people's outcomes. Like someone knows what effort it took, you know. So I don't think I should go first every time.
I think you should. I think it's been really satisfying to see your kids grow up into good people and to see them doing good in the world and taking care of other people.
What does that have to do with being married, though?
To be married to kids and make them.
Not really.
To be.
Sorry.
You have to be married to make the kids grow up like that.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Or it's harder otherwise.
Harder otherwise. question, but I used to tell Doug when my kids were small that I was worried they'd grow up to be people I didn't like. They didn't, so that was good. That was very satisfying. Yeah.
What is your strategy to maintain unity even when you're independent and busy people?
Like have a stated strategy.
We talk about everything.
We do, yeah, that's true.
We don't need to,
But you're all good at talking.
too good.
Like we call each other, even like if I'm traveling or if Doug is traveling or he, like we've had busyness this last little bit where I'm in a different city than he's in. We call each other and just check in and say hey. Sometimes it's really fast, but it's sort of meaningful to say, hey, just hey.
How do you communicate about finances together to stay on the same page?
That's easy. I don't spend any money. So all the money that gets spent is spent by her.
It's not like my decision, right? You should be more transparent about that. I wouldn't stop you from spending money.
No, I just don't.
Yeah.
Spend money. She spends all the money, so then it's all in one person's head.
We do talk about it.
Yeah.
He has a hard time spending money even when we are fine. Like, so it's usually better we sort of align the priorities and then I do the actual spending because it would make him a bit crazy, like anxious, I think, to spend money. So, not on little things, but the accurate of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sure.
Don't say sure. Say what you really think.
Yeah.
Okay.
I started this thing.
I know you did.
Okay.
I don't feel like we've explained it very well to Logan. Or Logan doesn't know what we're talking about.
I think it's pretty self-explanatory.
Do you have questions, Logan?
You can ask follow-up questions.
Okay.
Not
That's what interviewers do.
Okay.
How do you effectively address unresolved any conflict that arises in your marriage?
All that talking.
All that talking.
Yeah.
So much talking.
Yeah.
So many words.
Yeah.
Follow up for that. When you are talking, do you allow each other moments in the conversation where it's just you expressing your thoughts and ideas and then you wait and receive, or is it more of a back and forth?
More like yelling at each other.
I think we always give each other turn to talk. I mean, not all, like nobody's perfect at that, but I don't think that's ever been the problem. Is that accurate, Doug?
Yep.
Yeah.
According to research, the best predictor of marital satisfaction is the degree to which you believe you have divided household responsibilities fairly between the two of you. What does that process of communicating about distributing the different household responsibilities look like for the two of you?
It looks different at different times. I've had a couple of times where one or the other of us had said, like, I can't do what's my, I don't know, expectations. I don't know what word I'd put in there, but like you fall into habits of who does what, and I think we both had times where we're like, I can't keep up with all those things that are like sort of my responsibility. So we shifted things around.
Yeah, we're both hard workers, so I think we both just like keep working until all this stuff is done usually.
Yeah.
There's been times when I've been busy with school and Terry picks the slack. There's been times when she's been busy with school or work and I pick the slack. So
There were never frustrations or anything, but just wasn't like a huge deal. Like nobody sits around and watches the other person work for the most part, unless it's like they were working really hard and they're having a break or something. But it's not like, oh, I'm gonna go play while you do all the work. That's never been a thing. So
Does one of you have more power in decision making, or do you feel you have equal power in decision making? Please explain.
I'm not gonna answer that question.
We usually, because we talk a lot, we usually talk things through. They're big decisions. A few that have been misunderstandings, like we thought we were on the same page, we weren't on the same page, but mostly we talk them through. I don't think either of us is inclined to like unilateral craziness. There was a couple we knew when we were in college, and
Oh yeah, this was terrible.
and the wife was spending money, and the guy was not happy about it. So they talked about it first, and she said like it was her right to do that, something like that.
Yeah.
And so he retaliated by spending more money. So we're like, that doesn't seem good.
Yeah.
So, and I think we were never inclined to do that.
But they did it. They
It
did
was like
it.
it was like a spending war,
Yeah, it was like a spending war, and
like an arms race, except
Oh.
you spend the most money.
yeah, they got divorced pretty fast actually, like within a couple of years. So. It was sad. I mean, that is sad, but it was weird. It was like a weird coping mechanism. We were like, we don't know what's happening here. So
Very strange.
they were friends from Snow. We
Yeah, I
knew
knew.
them from Snow.
Were they in our ward? I knew he was in my classes.
Yeah, I don't think they were in our ward. They lived in like student housing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was weird.
Okay.
Don't do that.
Point is, we had an early experience of people doing it very badly, so that was helpful.
Yeah, it is helpful, sadly, but I don't know. I think there were some of the family cultures that played out in decision making where, like, in my family, everyone was sort of like trying to work out how to get everybody what they needed or what they were asking for. And so sometimes I would be making a decision and I would be assuming that he was going to come back around to the thing I had asked for. Like it wasn't working at the moment, but I don't know if that makes any sense. But in his mind, if you want it, then you like make sure it happens and sort of fight for it. And so there were definitely some decisions that happened that way, but they weren't intentional. Like he wasn't saying, "Oh, I get to make all the decisions." He just figured if I really wanted something, I would keep fighting. Like, and fighting, like I mean, like pushing for it or advocating for it, you know. So that was a hard learning curve, but yeah.
Yep.
What wise advice do you have for those who are not yet married?
Very young. The older you get,
The harder it
the
gets.
harder it is.
People start bringing weird baggage. Also, like I watch my students and they don't know how to date. They don't know what they're doing. It's like they meet somebody once and they're like, she touched her nose and then walked away. I think she doesn't like me and she thinks I'm an idiot and she didn't like the dinner I bought. And I'm like, like chill out a bit, you know? I think when you're dating people, you should say, unless there's something pathologically wrong, like they're abusive or like harming you in some way, if you bothered to go on a date with someone, you should be saying, like, what do I like about this person, and could this be made to work? Like, do I feel comfortable, and you know, those kind of things, but not like spinning out on every little thing, like, what does it mean, and I don't know, it just seems so crazy to me. I'm like, no wonder none of you are finding anybody, because you make these wild, weird assessments after knowing someone for 5 minutes, but you're both coming from totally different family cultures, maybe different places, different perspectives. Like, it's like you're trying to interpret one language using another language, you know? So, like they said, you know, like sometimes in other languages they'll say something that sounds like a swear word or something, right? But it's not a swear word in their language. We know that, right? But it's like that. It's like saying somebody is speaking and I'm going to use my language to interpret what it means without even knowing them or knowing anything about them. It's super weird, and I think it makes everybody unhappy. So that's not really marriage, but that's like dating advice. And I think that seems to be the sticking point. I think for people, they're not getting married because they are dating very weirdly. Anyway, what do you think?
I don't talk to my students about their dating because I work with coach guys.
Bunch of engineers.
Yeah, don't talk about anything.
Yeah. Marriage advice, actual marriage advice.
I said get
And
married
you said
young.
get married young. But what about once they are married?
Oh, wait. He said, what was your question again?
Is it like for getting
What
married?
wise
Or,
advice do you have for those who are not yet married?
oh, not yet married. Okay, that's fair. We're listening.
It's pretty broad. It can be.
Yeah. So that's the dating advice is fair then. Yeah. Don't be
Don't
dumb.
read
Like
so much into it.
actually date people. And when you're not dating, like when you're not officially a couple, it's okay to like go on a date and then wait like 2 weeks and then go on another date. Like I don't know, there's this like franticness about they like you, they'll call you again in 2 seconds and they won't ever leave your message on unread, and like, whoa, they have a whole life, I hope, that's not you, you know? So anyway, so yeah, whatever advice you want to take from that, you can take.
It's a lot of good stuff to think.
Yeah.
That's the last one. So.
All right, that